Om Sadashivasamārambhām Shankaracārya Madhyamām Asmadacārya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahi Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. As we have been seeing that the Surya Bhagavan, who is our direct God, is available in different forms, in different ways. So in short, whatever we see, whatever we experience, and whoever we are today is directly connected to Surya Bhagavan. So when we come to this point, definitely there will be some type of sense of arrogance if it is not understood properly. If we observe our life, when everything is being taken care of, if we do not struggle for a piece of bread, nor we have any issues with reference to physical problem, definitely, of course, if we do not go to the hospitals for these physical problems like corona and all these things, definitely what else to do? So mind will get engaged or engrossed in different things. What we call as in the form of enjoyership, ownership and doership. See how the situation happens. Now we have come to the point, because now from this onwards we will be seeing few verses where it comes Namaha, 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 my salutations, my salutations. Because when everything is comfortable, when everything is convenient, you don't have any other choice other than developing the sense of enjoyership in you. Of course, in order to enjoy sense of ownership, and in order to own, you need to act, doership. So that is how it happens. So when this three comes, now what is to be done? So when these three are predominant in a person, or whenever it is predominant, definitely that person cannot express gratitude. That ungratefulness becomes natural, or you can say it can become outcome of a person when these three are interchanging without the knowledge of the person. Can you see this point? Anytime in life, the sense of enjoyership in me, sense of ownership in me, and of course a sense of doership reluctantly, if these three are continuing, definitely I cannot be a grateful person, neither I'll be able to express my gratitude for anything and everything in my life. So that's why, to balance here very nicely and conveniently, says Agastya brings the Namaha, Namaha concept, my salutations. Because one good thing happens when a person does the salutation, even if mechanical. That is how we learned In our childhood, we never knew what is namaskar. Hit, and then we used to do it, okay? And of course, sometimes chocolate. I remember, nowadays also I do with the children, same thing. Hey, look, uncle has come. So if you go and say namaste, of course not properly, okay? Not like, hello, hi uncle. No, I shaking hand, okay? You have to put those days in our ways. We have to keep at least kneel down, okay? Minimum things. Not just, bending down and toss the feet. It will not work. We have to kneel down, keep the head on the ground and do namaskar. Minimum thing, okay? So after doing namaskaram, we will get something. Those days there is not chocolate. Some sweets will be there. You understand? So for the sake of sweets and good words, we used to do namaskaram. And moreover, if we do not do, later on also we will get. You understand? So that is more painful. So better to do, get something and get out. Never come back. What I am highlighting here is, but that also made us culturally to bend down any elderly person or elderly thing in our life. Because as I see the new generation, present generation, they don't have the sense of gratitude, sense of accommodation, sense of bending down at all. This is what I call as upbringing very carefully. Yes, it was painful for us those days. You cannot believe it. Because whenever we see some guest of God, and if 10-15 comes, you know what hell we go through. But if we look back, suppose when I look back now, maybe that was the best thing that I could do it. And the interesting thing is, what really makes you to suffer that moment, that suffering becomes the stepping stone, milestone for you in future. So here, looking at all these aspects, Namaha, Namaha being highlighted. Because wherever there is Namaha, Namaha means salutation. There is no Mama, na Mamaha iti. Not mine. Wherever there is salutation, there cannot be sense of mine. Because sense of mine and salutation cannot go together. Because namaskar is not this namaskar like in popularly in your social media or WhatsApp, all these things. It's not namaskar, okay? This is we call politician namaskar, you understand? In India, during election time, okay? Look. Mine never bends. Never, need not. In fact, you have to make sure the face should be visible, you understand? Namaste, you understand? This is the namaste. I have never seen a politician who has done namaskaram where face is being covered. Make sure that your face must be visible. This is namaskar style, you understand? or sometimes in Tamil Nadu like this, okay? It's another worst thing to happen, okay? However, coming back to the point, that wherever there is Namaha, salutation, there cannot be Mamaha, sense of mind. It cannot go together. It never go together. So there is a tendency, I may develop the sense of me and mine. Definitely to take care of that part, Namaha is being highlighted here. And one thing, that's what we highlight, that is how the culture is. I have also highlighted with all of you, maybe we have to do that. Like, when you are getting up, how you do prostration to the earth. So by prostrating the earth, Mother Earth, making your head on the ground if you cannot, or else at least a hand and put on your forehead, you will discover that day you will take care of the earth very carefully. You don't look at the earth as another element, but you look at as another entity that which contributes something in your life. Can you see? As a living embodiment. With this background, let us look at, okay? or else I'll be talking Namah Namah, then because then I'll go to Rudram, okay? So I don't want to get into that. Verse number 15, 1-5. Nakshatra grahatarana adhipo vishwabhavanah tejasamapi tejasvi dvadasatmanamostute. Nakshatra grahatarana adhipo vishwabhavanah tejasamapi tejasvi dvadasatmanamostute. So this is the new development. I need specs. Without specs, I can't handle. This is really very painful. Better to have bigger letters, okay? So I should do that. I should print and keep it with me. Okay, no problem. So here it says, Nakshatra Grahataranam Adhivaha. So who is Surya? It goes a little different. Okay, first, Namastute Tubhyam Te. My salutations to you. And who is that? The Surya. The Surya who happens to be Nakshatra Grahatarana. We have 12 grahas, planets. And Nakshatra, many stars. Now he highlights that who is the Lord of planets and different type of stars. Now question may arise. Okay, Swamiji, we understand about your planets, whatever you say. Okay, all the zodiac sign. Planet means mainly zodiac signs. Okay, I understand. What do you mean by nakshatra? This is the beautiful point to observe. We can look at it from two standpoints. First is, all of us, this is called scientific thinking. Scientific thinking means what? Believing a data that is being provided to us. And with some logic, convenient logic. What is being said? That the sun is a dwarf star. That's why science is being developed from what? Hypothesis. Without hypothesis, is there anything called science? So what is hypothesis? You know better. That's why it is another type of belief is imposed on us with some data which can be debated, which can be logically accepted. That is what we call science. Scientifically proved, you understand? However, let us not get into that point. So it's being said that this sun is a dwarf star. Let us go with the scientific data, okay? Because we cannot deny that. And there are plenty of stars, millions of stars. They are giant stars. Fantastic. But now you can say, is it hypothesis or it is scientifically proved? Have you ever measured the distance between one star to another star? All are in hypothesis. Can you see this point? There is no solid data yet till now that what is the distance between one star to another star. Only in million light years away. This is the language, okay? Million light years away. And what is that million? Can you be specific? As we are very clear that the sunlight to fall from Surya to Earth takes 8 minutes. We are very clear. If it takes just 8 minutes sunlight to fall down here, to reach here, now tell me how much light does it take from one star to another star? Whether both the lights are crashing each other or not. How do you know distance? How will you measure? Can you see the hypothesis? Where you will go wrong? However, if you look at it from one standpoint, from Earth, Surya is everything for us. This star is more important than other stars. So if I belong to this Earth, definitely my planetary system, now Surya is the center. Because of the Surya, everything is moving. All this magnetic field and everything is only because of the Surya. That's why Surya becomes Lord. This is one standpoint. Second one we look at, Graha and Nakshatra. Both things we need to look at. We have here is Graha means planet. Nakshatra means not stars. We have our Janma Nakshatra. So during birth time, so we have 27, correct? Hey, who has to correct me? 27 or 29? 29. On it and tell me. Okay, thank you very much. See, I am that bad now, okay? Thank you. So, 28 stars we have. So here is being highlighted this aspect here, that the Surya is the Lord of all the 28 stars and of course the 12 planets. So that's why Surya makes or influences our calendar, means our, this, what do you call, Jatakam, Kundali, the planetary system that is in our birth chart, a lot. So that is being highlighted here. And of course, then next we need to look at. Also, it is called Vishwa Bhavanaha. So Vishwa Bhavana means the originator of universe. Okay, you may ask the question, how is it possible? There are many stars and you said it is a dwarf star, and how can it be originator of universe? Don't you think that you are limiting yourself, thinking that universe is a small one? Like I have a beautiful concept always I highlight. This is my favorite in Odisha. Here I cannot say, but still I can say, in Odisha there is something called Malika. Means somebody has written 500 years back, like Nostradamus, okay? Popular. So 500 years back he has written what is going to happen. In fact, in my childhood I was crazy. I have spent a lot of time on this. And interestingly, not a single book matches with another one, because I have studied with palm leaves, because I didn't have those days, didn't have this, never matches. And when incident happens, like Nostradamus also same thing. Nothing is written before. Only when this, happens, this thing, then after that they say, in such and such page, Nostradamus has said this. Why you didn't tell beforehand? Only after incident happens, all the scholars will come and praise about Nostradamus. In fact, somebody was talking recently. In fact, about this corona also Nostradamus has said. Mamma mia. That the France, whatever happened, that building and burnt, everything, that was being mentioned by Nostradamus. Then why did you stop and why did you tell beforehand? Okay, let us not get into that controversy. In Odisha, this person called Malika Achyutananda. So here he has written, I have never seen, means which has happened before is written. But after happens, everything comes in Odia. But interestingly, for him, world or universe was a small portion of Odisha, not even a complete Odisha, okay? Because he could not visualize that Odisha is big those days, okay? Forget about Odisha, India, Asia and world, okay? And you will say this Kali era is going to come to an end. So now, looking at that, don't you think that whatever you say, Vishwabhavana, the creator of this universe, this fellow being inside the universe, how can he be creator of the universe? Now to create another star, where did he get the material cause? Because you can use my logic to me, okay? Don't worry. Here please understand. We are not talking about the Adhibhautika aspect of Surya. We are talking about the deity part, the Ishvara part. The Ishvara, that who is presiding deity of the solar system, of this visible sun. That's why he is called Vishwabhavana, creator of this universe. Fantastic? Okay. Then next it says, Tejasamapi Tejasvi. So Tejasam api Tejasvi means it's most luminous among all luminous celestial bodies. Because whatever luminary things you see, starting with our, let us say, moon, and of course, moreover, all the lights that we see is connected to Surya. Today we have electricity. Today we have many things, again directly and indirectly connected to Surya. So that's why again it's been highlighted, this aspect. And moreover, goes very nicely, Dvadasa Atman Namastute. So it says Dvadasa Atman Namastute, one who is manifested in 12 forms. So what are the 12 forms? Also we need to look at, okay? Because we have got 12 months. So when 12 months, that's why 12 zodiac signs. And every month, Surya jumps from one zodiac sign to another zodiac sign. What we call as Sankramanam. And that Sankramanam is called as Sankranti. So that day, because those who follow solar calendar, they look at Sankranti as a first day. Whereas those who follow lunar calendar, after Purnima, the first day is starts. Sometimes we calculate Purnima and Pratipada, both we take it. That's why Purnamasa, there is a confusion with the ritual. That's why we take both way. Let us not get into the ritualistic portion. So when this Sankramana happens, means the Surya jumps from one planet to another planet. So every month, as it changes, it has got 12 names. So the names are, starts with, I will give you later on say, Vishnu, Shakra, Aryama, Dhata, Tvashtha, Pusha, Vivaswan, Savita, Mitra, Varuna, Amsa, and Bhaga. Okay? So, these 12 names are there, 12 Aditya. That's why in the beginning I said very clearly, which also here is being highlighted, that Aditya Hrudayam is to be chanted multiplied by 3. So either you should chant 3 times, 6 times, 9 times, or 12 times. Or if you want to go 15 or 24, that's up to you. But it has to be multiplied into 3. And conveniently for specially, you can go for 12 times. So that 12 Adityas are being taken care of. So that's why it is always advisable to chant Aditya Hrudayam 12 times at a stretch if you really need something. Can be done. So this is another trick, just I am giving it, okay? Very good. Okay, now let's look at the next verse, okay? Namah Purvaya Giraye Paschimaya Paschimaya Namah Jyotir Gananam Pataye Dinadhipataye Namah Namah Purvaya Giraye Paschimaya Namah Jyotir Gananam Pataye Dinadhipataye Namah. Says beautiful. Here one concept comes. Till now I am not able to really understand, but this is how we look at. So it is believed that the abode of Surya Bhagavan is always in the mountain. So why and how, so far I am not able to trace it, okay? So that's why I need to look at Surya Purana to find out this question. Maybe I have to really spend some time on Surya Purana. I am sure something will be there, clue will be there in Surya Purana. So keeping that in mind, now here it says, Namaha Purvaya Girai. Now Namaha, my salutation to the Surya. And who is that Surya? The one who rises in the eastern mountain. And not only rises in the eastern mountain, also sets in the western mountain. So believing or assuming that the mountain is the abode of Surya. That's why maybe because of this we had some influence in our childhood. If anybody says that to draw a picture of Surya, sunrise, Surya, you understand? A mountain and Surya. This is what in India we have lot. I don't know in your country what you have done, okay? Anywhere, if we said that sunrise, of course sunset also same thing, don't worry. Nobody understands whether it's sunrise or sunset. Including today digital photo also you cannot make out unless you are very sensitive. I cannot forget, let me bring one joke of Sorrow's son, okay? I cannot forget that. Because long back it seems because a long time we have, because as when you were a child, I had taught sometime, if you want to have energy, prana becomes stronger if you look at rising sun. Apana becomes stronger when you look at setting sun. That's why setting sun calms down your mind. If you are agitated, if you are disturbed, try to look at the setting sun, you will discover you will feel relaxed. Whereas when you are depressed, never look at the setting sun, you will be more depressed. So depression time, better to look at the rising sun than setting sun. So that is the concept I had talked long back. I do not know when I was talking, he was there listening to it. And the best part also he relates, that's the best part is. So one day he was going and he said, look Papa, please drive fast because I have to go to toilet. Then Papa says, his father says, hey look at the beautiful sunset. Just, no, I cannot look at. I said, what's wrong with it? Hey, you change your mind, divert your mind, look at the sunset. How beautiful is it? Your mind is, no, I cannot look at. Hey, what is wrong with it? No, because if I look at the setting sun, my apana will be stronger. Now the pressure will increase. And he made it such a way that father didn't have anything. In fact, one word his father said, now Maharaj has spoiled my child. Other than that, he could not say anything, okay? Coming back to the point, that unless you are sensitive, that's why I stress this point, you will not be able to figure it out or differentiate the rising sun and setting sun, the impact of rising sun and setting sun, in fact including the photos. So that's why some belief is there. I do not know what is the cause or truth, or let us not get into, let us keep it as it is, that it is believed that the Surya's abode is in mountain. So with this we should stop, okay? Let us not get into too much controversy, okay? Then he says, Jyotir Gananam Pataye Dinadi Pataye Namaha. And of course, the Pataye means the one who is Lord of what? Jyotir Gananam, a group of luminous bodies. And which was been already taught, same thing. Then Dinadi Pataye Namaha. So my salutations unto the Lord of the day. So when it talks this point, this is what we have to really understand, that we need to be very sensitive with reference to the day, that because of the presence of Surya, all lights, all luminary things, everything is available. That's why let me grow, let me make use of it. That's why my salutations. Again salutations continues. Please read. Jayaya Jaya Bhadraya Haryaswaya Namo Namah Namo Namah Sahasramso Adityaya namo namah, Jayaya Jayabhadraya, Haryashvaya namo namah, Namo namah sahasramso, Adityaya namo namah. Beautifully, again says, always namo namaha, my salutations. So when I say my salutations, of course to the Surya, and there is no limitations. That's why we have different background, different cultures. For example, especially in Tamil Nadu, you will see very clearly. For example, if you go, those who are, let us say, Iyengar, because in Tamil Nadu there are three things mainly, predominantly, Iyengar, Iyer, and Madhva is here. All three are here, okay? So now let me bring all these three now. Oh, Iyengar is not there today, Ananda is not there. Okay, this fellow just escaped today. Okay. Okay, so he escaped today. Okay, coming back to the point. So each group has got their way of prostrations. Especially, that's one point I would like to say, especially if you go to Iyengar group, those who are the follower of Lord Ram, Vishnu, because they follow the Ramanujacharya, their Acharya is Ramanujacharya. So based on the Acharya, this thing happens, okay? Those who follow Ramanujacharya, they are called Iyengar. Those who follow Madhvacharya, they are called Madhva group. Those who follow Shankaracharya, they became Iyer. This is how they have done it. But really they follow or not, don't ask me, okay? That's another point. So let me not get into controversy. This fellow will kill me later on. Swamiji, don't get into controversies, okay? We or wherever you are. Okay, coming back. That especially in Iyengar group, which I like it, they have their own way of doing namaskar. Either 3 times or 5 times they will do namaskar. They do keep doing it. So that means more namaskar means more time you bend down, the less the sense of mind will be there with you. This is the concept. That's why here is being highlighted, Namo Namaha, Namo Namaha. Because mind to pick up the sense of arrogance, mind to pick up sense of me and mine takes very few seconds. And once it picks up, I do not know where I lead my life. And moreover, picking up is not a big thing. Once I start enjoying that, once I start trusting that, once I start depending, relying upon that, that's all. Mind will not be available for anything in my life. So that's why Namo Namaha is more important. That's why we say, what we say very beautifully, that Namranti Farinavuksha. If you look at a tree, is full of fruits. What happens to the tree? Has to bend down. Same thing also. Wise people don't have any other choice. They have to bend down. We say beautifully, there is a beautiful of saying, if you have children, you don't have any other choice other than bending down. What choice do you have? Especially those who are parents, they know better, okay? Do you have any choice? With reference to children, you don't have any choice other than bending down. So, coming back to the point here, says nicely, Jayaya Jaya Bhadraya. This is the 2 point we need to look at. Jayaya means the one who is the cause of victory, or the one who is in the form of victory. And again the second word is called Jaya Bhadraya, also one who is in the form of victory. Then why he is repeating this quickly? Because he adds one more add called Bhadra. Remember, it can be victorious, but need not be auspicious. If anything is victory, anywhere you win, it need not be good, it need not be healthy, it need not be auspicious. That is called victory. What is auspicious? What is good? What is healthy? Suppose you win, but it is not auspicious. Is there any meaning of winning? Only, taking care of your ego, we call as ego trip. That's why when we go for ego trip, we suffer a lot. Have you not observed? Any decisions we do with our ego, anytime in our life, other than suffering, do you have anything? The end result is only suffering and suffering. So that's why here he says, Surya is not only the cause of victory, who is in the form of victory, also the victory that comes along with auspiciousness, along with the package called goodness, along with the package called, the healthy aspect. So that's why we need to really look at this aspect. Wow, heavy rain started. Then comes Haryaswaya Namo Namaha. So the one who is pervaded all the directions. So when we say which is pervaded in all the directions, so definitely it has to be available everywhere. And of course, then he says Sahasranso. Sahasranso means the one who has got infinite rays. Adityaya Namo Namaha. And of course, here is called Aditya. So Aditya means son of Aditya. Aditya, we have seen all the details. So now my salutations to this Surya again and again. Means any number of time I am really grateful. Okay, let us look at the next verse so that we can complete it at least some more. Namo Ugraya Viraya Sarangaya Namo Namah Namah Padma Prabodhaya Prachandaya Namostute Namah Ugraya Viraya Sarangaya Namo Namah Namah Padma Prabodhaya Prachandaya Namostute. So he says beautifully. Okay, all these things get, but don't worry. The other aspect of him also is not that easy. So my salutations, this is called fear. Remember, without the sense of fear, we have seen already in Kathoparishad. Mrityu dhavati panchamaha. I hope you have seen, remember. Without fear, there is no law and order. We say the law and order completely depends upon the implementation of the law. In a country, if there are laws like India, we have all laws to be interpreted, to be misinterpreted, to be done anything. Anything there is law. But never implementation has happened. Never. Only when the implementation starts, then only people follow the law and order. And remember, the implementation always requires or creates some type of fear. Remember, if there is no fear, nobody will move properly. If there is no sense of fear of falling down, I am sure you will not walk. If there is no sense of fear of hunger, you will not eat. Because you know deep within, if you are hungry for a long time, there will be some cramp, all these things. So better let me eat, or tomorrow there will be gastric, this, that, lot of issues will happen. Either you have experienced by yourself or you have heard from somebody. So every action that you do, directly or indirectly, is governed by fear. Please understand. Because mind is something always on the track as long as there is some type of fear. Please understand. Which psychology doesn't accept this, the difference. Because unless you put mind some type of fear, that's called mild fear. Because the moment you give freedom to the mind, mind will not listen to you at all. Mind will do. What is mind? Again, all of you know. Mind is nothing called sansyatmika mana, sansyatmika. So that means to create doubts, to bring different type of thoughts. So if it keeps bringing different type of thoughts, that they call mind, and if you give freedom, what will do? it will only confuse you. It will keep bringing more and more thoughts, so that you will be completely helpless to the mind, to the thoughts or thinking process. Whereas when there is a fear behind, definitely that mind is being trained. That mind is always be careful. That's why in psychological language we talk, in life we need stage fear, not necessary fear. Suppose an actor is going to perform, a speaker is going to speak. If the person doesn't have stage fear, definitely that speaker cannot speak properly, will not be able to deliver speech properly, because will take everything for granted and will only, literally blabber, not speak. Whereas when there is stage fear, so you prepare yourself, you put your mind in a given perspective way, so that mind delivers. So that means mind is always better. Please understand. The mind always delivers in a better way when there is some type of fear in the background. Only the question is, either you create fear or fear comes from outside. If you are smart enough, better you create fear. If you do not create fear, definitely fear is going to come from outside world. This is the difference. So when fear comes from outside world, you are under the pressure. Either you collapse or break down, or you become rebellious. Whereas when you create fear for yourself, you see the growth for yourself, and in fact you become a contributor in for tomorrow. So that's why the fear is must in life. That's what is being highlighted here. Hey, look, after talking all these things, and who is Surya? Surya here is called as Ugraya. So Ugraya means the one who is ferocious. Because being everything, if he is not ferocious, and nobody is going to give respect, nobody is going to really care for it, because everybody will take for it granted. That's why when Surya gives, especially now in Chennai, going on Agni Nakshatra, okay, in Tamil Nadu, now all over India is Agni Nakshatra now, except Uttarkashi, okay, we are enjoying. In fact, wow, what a beautiful weather here. So Agni Nakshatra means the fire, okay, now fire only, nothing else. Imagine, if Surya becomes very nice, very kind. The story goes further, when Hanuman was born, that he thought, some nice fruit is hanging. Surya thought, nice fruit is hanging, red color, and he flew, wanted to catch, have it. That's why his face is black. So a lot of stories are there behind it, okay? Because then later on, of course, the same, because you can see, same Hanuman again became disciple of Surya Bhagavan. So Hanuman character is an amazing character, you cannot think of. Being prince, he was so dedicated to Rama, that's why he is remembered. Had he become a king, nobody would have known by this time. However, let us not get into that mode. So here he says, Surya is Ugraya, also Viraya. So Viraya means the one who is powerful, Vira. And also Sarangaya. Sarangaya means the one who moves very swiftly. That's why the movement itself, we say very beautifully, the movement itself is so swift. That's why it makes, Vedic way we say, it creates a noise called Om, Om, Om. Sarangaya. And of course, says beautifully, Padma Prabodhaya. The one who causes the Padma, the lotus, to blossom. It's a beautiful concept to come. In this method, that's why Surya is directly connected to prosperity. We say the heart Padma, Hrudaya Padma, is directly connected to Surya. So if you spend little more time with Surya Bhagavan, you will discover your heart chakra will open. Because Padma is always connected to Surya. When Surya comes, sun is rising, Padma blossoms. When sun sets, again Padma, the lotus, again closes down. And interestingly, the Padma, the lotus, stands for prosperity. In fact, Lakshmi's abode is on Padma. The seat, always being seated. So that means Surya not only makes the lotus to blossom, also Surya is the cause of all sort of prosperity that one should have in life. That's why we also have Surya with the both hands with the lotus flower. However, with this, then he says, Padma Prabodhaya, Prachandaya. And at the same time, when one side is give prosperity, all these things, also other side also is unbearable. Prachandaya. Can you see? Both goes together. And don't expect only one thing. I need only light, not heat. It's not going to work. I need only warmth, but not heat. Hey, warmth, heat are one and same. It depends upon where you stand, how close you are. No, I want conveniently only warmth, no more heat. It is not going to work either. So that's why, because being unbearable, that means what? Let me draw a line wherever supposed to be. My salutations to you. This is Surya Bhagavan. Of course, we'll see how it becomes again. The Trinity, Brahma, Achyuta and Shankara. Again, we'll see on Monday. Please close your eyes. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.